Okay, hi folks, and welcome to yet another video of Genocide Dolphins. One of these days I will actually make more videos for this game than my previous game, the zombie game. But, regardless of all that, I have been working on pedestrians, and I will show you that right now. And I actually have had a guy running around this level, or a woman in fact, in the past. But things have changed a lot, and this person does an entire run around of the level pretty much. So I have here, let me put the effects on, this guy standing at this door. It looks a bit weird there because there's a bright light shining on him. And he leaves this place, which is like an apartment building or something, and goes about his daily business. And what I want to do is have enough of these people walking around so that the world feels a little bit like it's populated with pedestrians and people who are going about their daily business, not random as such, like not just like GTA where they wander, but more like a real world. So each one will be crafted individually, and as I say, I'm starting with this guy here who does a little run around of the level. And it'll probably take a while actually. I've speeded them up a bit, but what you will see here is that I have the navigation meshes. That's the blue there. So for example, you can't go up that ramp because there's no blue, but anywhere that's blue my guy can actually go. And it's been actually very difficult to get my level to work properly in this instance because, you know, you got stuff underneath and cubes underneath and stuff, it actually affects it. So it's really quite difficult to get this guy going around. I mean, I'll turn off the navigation layer now because it's very slow when it's showing all of that. But essentially, yeah, it's a good 15 hours just to get this guy to run around. Now I've learned a lot during that time, something I won't have to, something I won't have to learn again. So it's extremely slow because of the Handycam and obviously this whole world, and I've got the game running on the left. There you go, look, there he is. And as you can see, he's stuttering. It's a bit smoother in the real game. But like I say, I've learned a hell of a lot about this, so now I think I could probably do this a lot quicker. But getting the waypoints all right, and getting the level right, and getting the nav mesh right, and no gaps and stuff, it's not easy. But once it works, it's pretty cool, and you can specify like amount of randomness and things like that, so they don't always behave identical, which is kind of cool. And right now he keeps stopping when he hits a waypoint. I'll probably fix that. I'm not sure how yet, but I'd like to be able to trigger different animations so that when he stops there he can stretch or something. But if I also would like it so that I can tell him not to stop between each point, which would make a lot of sense, obviously. But I'm learning every day. And this guy is extremely low poly. I'm going to put this guy on the asset store, in fact, because I've made him using Make Human, if you've ever heard of him. Oh, so he goes through here, by the way. He goes up this little passageway. If you've ever heard of Make Human, it's completely open source, and it allows you to make people, and you have to pay nothing to anyone. So that's awesome. Legally, I can stick this guy onto the asset store, sell him if I want. I'm not going to sell him because he's very low poly and that, but I'm going to put him up for free just to gauge interest in you know, humanoids, bipeds, just the general store in general, just to know. But actually he's quite good, you know. If I'd had this guy at the beginning, I would have been very happy. It's taken me like months and months and months to be able to make people in Make Human, Daz, Poser, and then let me find it, and then ragdoll them get them all working. So I'll tell you what, I'll show you the waypoints he has, where he's stopping, and I've named them all here. So as you can see, he's on patrol waypoint 6 at the moment. So the next place he will go is here, patrol waypoint 7. That's if it works. Yeah, it's working. And there's a lot to go wrong here because of the edges and other items and things like that, but as I say, over a long period of trial and error, I finally got it working. And this is Shooter AI, which is currently my favourite AI package, I would say. Certainly not without its problems, but it works pretty good, especially if I can work out how to trigger these animations, change animations and stuff. So yeah, he's walked all the way from his apartment on an elaborate route down to this middle bit, and now I want him, he's going to go to 9, which is there. I'm going to take a little detour back around here, and I've had to build all of these ramps and stuff to make this work, and I want it to work both ways, so he can go to where he wants to go, and then he takes a loop and goes all the way back. So, and that will happen forever, this bloke walking back and forward around the world forever, which is fine with me, because he takes such a long time and his route is so long that you would literally need to follow him around all day to find out what he's really up to. And if you did do that, you'd still be quite impressed, because you'd be like, oh well, he's on the way, he's stopped here and he's done that and he's walked all this distance. So you get a bunch of these people, I randomise some of them a bit, and that, and in the end you will end up with relatively convincing civilian AI, pedestrian AI. So he will go from here, as you can see I've just clicked on him there, to waypoint 9C, which is there, and then he will walk down to waypoint 9D, which is here. So this is like him going to one of these stalls. That's for another reason I need to trigger animations, right? I want him to be able to hand over money or something. After he's done that, he will go to 9E. Come on, mate, why is he not moving? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's missed altogether. Now, that's the first time I've ever seen that. He's just missed the turn. Did I move the waypoint or something? No? So well, there's some of the randomness kicking in, and he's able to realise that he's missed it and turn around, which adds a little bit to the AI in many ways. Like I say, if you were to play it constantly, you'd be like, well, at least he's not identical. Of course, if that was a pivotal thing he had to do in a certain time, I wouldn't be very happy if he ran off like that. But you know, I'm still learning how exactly to do this, so probably is something to do with me. And I realise this video is relatively boring, but I like to keep milestone updates when I do something special. And like I say, I've just spent a long time. I did pop out and watch the first game of the World Cup, which was Brazil versus Croatia, you know, and the Brazilians cheated and the Croatians were shafted. Not that any of that is relevant, but it does mean that I have been out and about and stuff, and a few beers for the World Cup, and come back and done this, so I'm quite happy with my progress. And in keeping with my 10-minute thing, I want my videos to last 10 minutes, because I mean, you're probably already bored unless you're unbelievably interested, which is probably no one. So I don't really want to make this video last too long, but actually he's going to get to the end of his run. He goes around here, he goes down this ramp that is over here, and I apologise for the unbelievably bad frame rate, but you know, it's like with all these software apps running. So then he should run down this little ramp here, that ramp I've just clicked. He will run down there, and then he will run all the way down the left, and then when he gets there he will make his way back again, and that loop will continue infinitely. That's a long enough route, I think, to be convincing and cool. And once I get like maybe, I don't know, 50 of these people and have them occluding in that and hiding when you're not looking at them, then it'll be decent pedestrian AI. And thanks for watching. I'm running out of time.